I am dating a short guy. I am very much taller than him. I noticed he doesn't like me wearing heels. Whenever I wear heels, he'll be giving me attitude and one-word answers. Buy him heels too. Short men and pride, their ego is easily bruised, especially my short Igbo brothers. Oh God, please be wearing flats, I beg. Love over steals. So she explained to me that short men just generally feel emasculated among their peers and among other women. Consequently, they try to overcompensate for their height difference with the entire world by being excessively aggressive. Hi guys, welcome back to True Tales and Thoughts. So today we're going to listen to some people complaining about their partners on the Instagram page joroolumofin. If you want to follow Joro, check the description box. I have linked his Instagram page there, so you can click it and go and follow him on Instagram. If you guys don't already know, we have our email address where you can send your own stories. If you want to send your own stories to us, go to the description box, scroll all the way down, and you're going to see an email address under which there's some instructions to guide you on how to format the email. If you've not yet subscribed to our channel, subscribe to the channel right now, like the video, and without further ado, let's get right into it. The first story says, ever since I got a job, my boyfriend stopped giving me money. Is this right? Hello Joro, good morning. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years now. He used to pay for everything and even give me allowance. I finished NYC last year and got a job. But ever since I got this job, my boyfriend stopped giving me money. He only gives me money on my birthday. He even goes as far as asking me to pay for things now. Sometimes on dates he will ask me to pay. To be fair, he doesn't do that all the time. He has started calling me independent woman. I hate that name. Since I have been employed, I feel broke. When I didn't have a job, he used to give me more. I just feel like he stopped loving me after I got a job. Is this right? What do I do? Wow, this one is painful. Let's go to the comment section and see what people have to say. The first comment says, stingy guy, run. The next comment says, he's only training you to be responsible, confident, more self-willed, hardworking, and less entitled. You no want spend the money where you dey make. The next one said, it's called responsibility. Grow up, auntie. The next comment says, what a man can do, a woman can do better. You self chest small financial burden small, so you go know how it dey for man body. The next one said, your current relationship status is now known as balanced relationship. But what's the meaning of allowance in a relationship? What the F is that? The next comment says, it's time for you to reciprocate the love he's been showing you since. Spend on him as well. He also needs to be pampered. The next one said, someone taking care of you for 3 years and he never came here to write anything to Joro. You paid for a couple of dates and here you are running to come and tell Joro. Please Joro, post her handle, make her BFC waiting won't marry. This one said, carry your responsibility, my dear. He's teaching you to be independent. The next comment says, no, it's not right. You can let another woman have him. You self don't try. Oh my God. This one said, he wants to teach you the lesson of making money and knowing things ain't easy out here. The next one said, he has been providing for you and supporting you for 3 years when you were jobless. The question is not if he loves you. He obviously does. Now, since you've gotten a job, he's no longer giving you money. Do you still love him? That's the question. What will you be doing with your money if you can't take care of yourself with it? Buy him a chilled bottle of wine and tell him thank you for supporting you. Whatever someone gives to you is secondary, not primary, especially when you have attained the age of maturity. Well guys, I feel like the people in the comments have the same sentiments generally. But I'm just going to give my personal point of view. You guys, please don't come for me. It's my personal point of view. Okay, so what I'm going to say about this one is that I personally think that this guy should not stop giving her money just because she got a job. Please, let me explain. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you will already know what I think about this. I personally perceive giving me money as caring for me. It's just a gesture of care. And that is not because if you do not give me money, I will not be able to take care of myself. No. I have enough money to take care of myself, but I still appreciate when my partner gives me money. It translates to me as being cared for. It translates to me as this person is caring for me. It's not about the money. It's not because I cannot afford to do things that I want to do. But when someone goes out of their way to give me their hard-earned money, which I really appreciate, I like it. It comes across to me as though you're trying to care for me. Do you get? So if I was in this girl's situation, I'll feel bad that my partner has stopped giving me money, and I'll definitely talk to him about it and just explain to him what it meant to me when he used to give me money. You know, I'll just explain how I felt, what it means to me when he gives me money, and encourage him to keep giving me money even though I have a job. She's gotten a job now. If I was in her shoes, I'll maybe try to do something nice, maybe give him a gift of something that he would like, or give him some kind of a treat just to thank him for supporting me throughout the time I didn't have a job. To me, that is perfectly normal. When you start working and earning, it's only normal for you to give a gift of gratitude to the people who supported you during the time when you were jobless, right? So I'm not saying that she cannot give him a gift to thank him for his support during those days, but what I'm saying is that the money she's earning should be inconsequential to his taking care of her. He should take care of his girl regardless. Personally, I think that even if your girl earns more than you, give her money. I'm just saying, that's my personal opinion, guys. Maybe you disagree with me, but I would say it again. Even if your girl earns more than you, give her money. Give her money. I know that a lot of you disagree with me, but I'm ready for it. At the end of the day, it's just my opinion. If you have a different opinion, let me know in the comment section down below and we can go back and forth. But I don't think I'm going to change my mind in a very long time, but maybe I will. There's always room for one to change their mind. So let's keep reading. I have the impression that most people in the comment section agree that he should not give her money anymore now that she has a job. Oh, another thing I would like to address as well is the dates. Personally, I would not pay for a date. I believe that the man is supposed to handle that. But if you want to, by all means, you should. But I think that by default setting, the man should be the one handling the dates. These are just my personal opinions. If you agree with me, fine. But if you do not agree, let me know what you think down in the comment section. I'll be very happy to read your own opinions and see where you're coming from. Okay, so the next comment says, spend it, pay for it, then tell him how you're broke and he will still give you. Or when you want to pay, let him know you're about to pay with your last cash. So he will get reminder. That way, he no go press you for spend money. Oh well, I don't think that you should try to squander your money just so that you can tell him truthfully that you do not have money. I believe that money is something that can work for you. You can invest your money. You don't have to squander your money just so that your man can give you an allowance. Come on. I believe that if a woman is working, if you're working, your money should be used to take care of yourself and invest. Why can you not invest? Why must you squander your money? She can invest this thing. Next one said, if I were him, this is the ideal time to actually run from you, because you're obviously in the relationship because of the benefits the Momo man has been giving you. If you truly love him, spending your money on him occasionally shouldn't be a problem. I agree. Spending the money occasionally should not be a problem, but I also think that it should come from your own free will. To be very candid, I'll feel some kind of way if I go on a date with my partner and he asks me to pay. Like, I'm just imagining it and I'll be really shocked, because it's just something that for me it's just not a thing. I believe that the man should pay. Like, what do you guys think about that? I don't think that it's okay for a man to ask me to pay on a date. To be very candid with you guys, some Nigerian ladies with entitlements. So you think adulthood is a child's play? Let her face the reality in front of her. The next one said, why do Nigerian women hate spending their own money? It is not like he's asking you to borrow him yours. Don't you ever want to be responsible for yourself? Damn, I'm pissed. Well, I think that you can be responsible for yourself and still have your man give you money. For instance, imagine that I'm working and I'm earning a salary, right? So I have money to spend, but my man gives me an allowance. I can use the allowance to take care of myself and everything, and then save and invest my own money. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to depend on a man. You can be independent and still have your man take care of you. It can go simultaneously. You don't have to choose one. It's always a joy to receive money from my partner. I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. Let's take the second to the last comment that says, all these things you all are saying, first, you don't get someone comfortable and leave them hanging. During her NYC, she was earning too, leaving job aside, paying for dates or more. If the relationship don't tire the guy, let him just say it. However, sis, I wouldn't advise you to leave him, but just be counting your days in that relationship, or better still, talk to him and hear what he has to say and if it makes sense. Personally, if this girl was my friend, I would not advise her to leave this guy. I don't see anything particularly wrong with the guy. What I would say is that she needs to sit him down and talk to him and tell him exactly what she's telling Joro. Because I personally don't think that she's in the relationship for the benefits. The only thing that this write-up says to me is that she felt loved when he used to give her money, and now that he doesn't give her money anymore, she feels like he does not care for her anymore. So she needs to express exactly this, be vulnerable, express this to this guy, and hopefully he understands her and go back to standing on business as usual. What do you guys think about this one? If you're a woman, would you pay on a date, or are you like me and find it very weird? And if you're a man, do you think that this girl is wrong for feeling this way? If you were her boyfriend, giving her write-up, would you feel like she is with you only because of the financial benefits she gets? Let me know in the comment section down below. And please, don't come for me. Don't come for me. The next story says, she loves food so much. Please help me. I am getting broke because of her appetite. Hello, Joro. More shoes. Please keep me anonymous. My girlfriend loves food so much. She eats at least 4 times a day. For instance, in the morning, she will eat Indomie, 2 boiled eggs, round fish ejakika. 2 in the afternoon, rice, beans, spaghetti, boiled egg, plantain and Pepsi. 3 in the night, beans, plantain, boiled egg and fish. Later in the night, bread, soya and boiled egg. This is just an example. Then she must eat snacks like biscuits and co. Then I will have to pay. She buys from my street food vendor and the food vendor on her street too. She's not gaining weight at all. When she's eating, she'll be dancing, singing and bobbing her head. She looks very happy when she's eating. Her fart is very smelly, and when she goes to the toilet, the entire toilet stinks. Please advise me. What do I do? The first comment says, Ejekika, very sweet something. I am a foodie that doesn't gain weight easily. It's such a blessing. But let her pay for her meals first, and then we'll find out if she's truly a foodie or not. Now pocket the regulate that one now. The next one says, there is too much food for one day. Please tell her to take it easy. It's not healthy. The next one said, in this economy. Okay now. The next comment says, talk to her about it. Before she met you, who was feeding her? I beg me, una leave me. How one person they take chop 5 noodles? She shall like a jikika, abi how you call them. Maybe you can try doing bulk purchases so there will always be food at home. Encourage her to cook more. The next one says she is a foodie and it's not a bad thing. The bad thing is that she can't pay for her own food. Let her pay for her food often by letting her know your financial status. She probably thinks you are capable of feeding her to that limit. Let her know. Oh my god. This one says she's pregnant. Let her go for tests. This one said, I'm a foodie too, but gluttony isn't a good thing. Let her pay for her own food for a week and see the changes. The next one says, maybe you don't love her. Some men love it when their women eat well. Relationship not be do or unalive. If you don't like a glutton, talk about it. And if it no work, then make everybody find him preference. Talking about gluttony, you guys, I'm talking out to people who are Christians and believe in Christian values, right? Do you know that gluttony is one of the 7 deadliest sins? Yeah, gluttony is one of them. It's very bad. One thing I've noticed is that most of the time when people talk about sins, we often forget gluttony because eating is something so normal and so natural. So most people forget that you can actually go overboard when it comes to feeding yourself. I know that some people feel like I'm a foodie and I'll never gain weight and all of that, but it's not a good practice. It is not. Personally, I've gotten to the point where I'm learning a lot about food, nutrition, and all these things just for the sake of my health. I want to live long, guys. I want to see my children's children. I want to have a healthy life. So I'm not trying to unalive myself before my time. One thing I was reading about was spiking your insulin. You know these people that eat a lot throughout the day. They eat biscuits, they snack. You eat breakfast. In between breakfast, you have like plantain chips, biscuits, and you buy some bread at the side and eat a piece of cake. Then lunch. Lunch, you have Indomie. Before you know it, you're snacking on popcorn and this and this and that. So at the end of the day, you discover that they essentially spend their whole day munching on something. Guys, it is not healthy. You're making your body work over time. I found out that it is better to eat 3 big meals at specific times than to spread out different food items throughout the day. It stresses out your digestive system, because for longevity, your organs need to be in the right place. Your organs need to be healthy. So you cannot stress your body up that much and think that you're going to live for long. If you're the kind of person that is aiming for longevity, you need to reduce the stress you put on your body. That can start from the way you feed yourself. Don't stress your digestive system. Don't make your digestive system work round the clock. There's some people that eat, like for instance, look at this girl. She eats until nighttime, and in the evening she eats another meal before bed. She has a nightcap. That is a lot. That means she doesn't even give her body to digest anything. The body just spends the whole day digesting food, and even at nighttime, it doesn't have a break because she's going to bed right after she's eaten. Oof, just talking about it is exhausting. Let's really be aware of this. I think that is something that is quite important. If you guys want, I can make a video of the things that I've done and the things that have helped me so far on the journey of regulating my system for the purpose of longevity. Another thing that I would like to say is that sometimes, even if you're not religious, fasting is a very good idea. Just to give your digestive system a break. You can fast. Just fast for a couple of days just to give it a break. Like, okay, you've been working for the last 20 something years, just rest. It's fine. You know, it's okay to fast. You don't have to eat all the time. You don't have to. And another thing that I would like to say is that as you get older, your metabolism slows down. That's why sometimes you see someone who was very skinny as a teenager. You see them in their 40s and they're now full. They're fat. So the older you get, the slower your metabolism becomes. That you might not gain weight in your late teens, in your 20s, and some people in their 30s. But by the time they start going closer to 50s, 60s, all the weight of their lives just sets in. I think that there are really things that we should take into consideration. And I think that this girl, she's just exaggerating. Come on, you just, oof, it's painful. When I just listen to it, I'm tired. This one said, the most painful part is that she's not even adding weight. Where the food they go now? Please hold her tight. Now food she dey chop. She not on a life person. Oh my God. The next one said, if na bone straight she be like, what would you do? If you never ready to marry or go family way, please stay single. Cause this your complaint for normal food is disgusting. No be even saying a fine dining. Please leave her alone and concentrate on taking care of yourself until you are ready. That's another way of saying it, right? She's just eating. She's not doing anything wrong. It's not like she's doing something disgusting. It's just feeding herself. That is why I did not first address the guy. I am more concerned about the girl's health. It doesn't mean that because you have food, you should just eat anyhow. I think that discipline is something that is very important to practice when it comes to eating. And the guy is clearly saying that he's going broke because of her eating habits. He needs to speak up. Speak up and talk to her. Come on. Even though she's a foodie, she's not going to eat you up. Speak up and express yourself to her. Tell her exactly what you're telling Joro. Have you guys realized that most of these stories, it all boils down to communication? Most of the stories that we read about people complaining about their spouses, it just always boils down to communication. Just communicate. Let them know what's going on with you. Tell them exactly what you're writing here on Joro. And I think that would solve most of the problems you see here. The next one says, she should start her own mukbang channel. At least one day she'll start making money from eating. That is not a bad idea. The next one says, she's a foodie, but apparently 100% your funding. Talk to her. You should not have paid for all that food. If she won't be reasonable, or if you can't tolerate her farting, you may not be suitable for one another. Maybe she just has a big appetite. But you know, when it comes to feeding, right, you can train yourself. I remember when I was a kid, I used to drink a lot of soda. I would crave soda all the goddamn time. At some point, I felt like I could not live without soda. But there was a time when I told myself, I'm no longer drinking soda. And that was it. And these days, I don't crave soda at all. So I think that you can train yourself. If you decide to do something, you can train yourself. For instance, when I started working out, there are days when I will feel like I don't want to see the gym, but I will push myself to go. and I'll push myself to go. The third day I'll push myself. The fourth day I'll push myself. Even when I start, I'll go back. I just kept doing that. And right now I'm at the point where if I don't work out, I instead feel like I'm slow. I feel tired. I feel like there's something lacking in my day. So now it has become such a habit for me that I instead feel like when I don't work out, I feel bad. I feel horrible. When I wake up and I don't work out, I feel like, oh my God, it's such a dreadful feeling, and I don't ever want to feel that. So I always just end up at the gym. So I just always end up at the gym. It's almost like my body is now pushing me to go to the gym because of how I'm going to feel if I don't show up there, you know. So it's just a matter of training yourself. I don't like it when people just say, oh, this is how I am, I cannot change, this is just how I am. Everybody can change. I believe that everybody can change only if you're ready to train yourself to change. Yeah. So the next one said, oh, such a sweet girl she is, just adopt her already. So people find this cute. He can adopt her. He can adopt her and open a mukbang channel for her. That would be so cute. She can just eat there all day and possibly eventually monetize her channel. That would be a good idea. But I'm very concerned for her health, especially if she's eating that much and not working out. That's concerning. This one said he missed the part where he follows her to probably eat the meals, cause only one babe to finish all this. 5 Indomie. How? He lost me there, not gonna lie. Let's take the second to the last comment that says, I guess she's just looking for a way to put on weight. She is taking a weight gain syrup or pills that make her eat. You guys, I remember someone who was very skinny. She was my classmate. She was very, very skinny. You know that kind of girl that eats. She used to eat like this one, and she would never add a pound. And eventually, she started taking this weight gain thing called, is it amphetamine, something like that. And oh my God, in less than no time, this girl almost exploded. And till date, she still has her fat. Till date, I'm not prescribing it. I'm just saying what happened. Like, I saw that girl gain weight before my eyes. Guys, maybe this is what is happening. I hear that when you take some of those things, it actually gives you a huge appetite. But I'm quite concerned about the long-term effects of these things. That's my only concern. Apart from that, I don't see anything wrong with someone just eating. Some people just love to eat. But I think that everything should be done with a level of discipline and regulation. Food is good, but you cannot just eat anyhow. The same way as sex is good. It's good. Great. God created it for us to do it, but you cannot just go ahead and do it anyhow. It's important for us to learn how to be moderate in everything good that we have available to us. The last comment says, when she later goes from a size 10 to size 20, she will say the man dumped her or cheated on her and call him scum, forgetting that he initially fell in love with a size 10. She is there busy devouring the World Food Program relief. Oh my God. The way this comment sounds, she's busy devouring like she's some animal. Oh my God. I personally think that we are all eventually going to change. The pressure is always on women. Oh, if your husband met you when you're a size 9, remain a size 9 forever. Even if you have 16 kids, remain a size 9 forever. It is good. You guys already know that I hold the opinion that women should be able to bounce back after childbirth. I congratulate women who are able to do that. I believe that every woman should strive and should do their best to bounce back after childbirth and everything that women's body go through. Thank you. That's great. But I also believe that you should not only be with your partner because of how they look. Because even men, even though the pressure is never on men, men too change. A lot of men get big bellies and they get grandpa bodies as they age. They get these soggy bodies like flappy skin, pot bellies and everything. But nobody ever seems to tell them anything. They're always so chilled and relaxed in their old age, enjoying old age regardless of how they look. The pressure is always on women. Women, do the best that you can. Keep yourself the best that you can, but don't unalive yourself. Just because you're trying to make sure that your husband does not leave you. Just today, I was talking to someone and they told me that there was this woman who unalived because she got obsessed about losing weight. Can you guys guess how old this woman is? Just guess. I'll leave you a minute to guess. Write in the comment section. Guess before I tell you. This woman was about 66 years old. But she was struggling to lose weight because she was scared that her husband was going to leave her for a younger woman. Then, you know, sometimes when you're into these weight loss things, you can easily get obsessed. So this woman went ahead to start mixing different weight loss concoctions until she started having liver issues. And that is what took her to her grave. So women, please Don't unalive yourself just because you want to quote unquote keep a man. A man who will cheat. If you like, unalive yourself, not just unalive herself. If he was cheating, he'll still go ahead and do exactly that. There's no point. Please, let's not unalive ourselves. Let's preserve ourselves so that we can live long enough to enjoy our soft grandma era, where we can just enjoy our grandkids, enjoy our grown kids, carry our grandkids and hand them back to the nannies and the kids and go on vacation. That's how I imagine my old age, guys. Don't mind me. That's how I imagine my old age. So please, let's try to preserve ourselves. Let's try not to unalive ourselves for nobody. It's not your responsibility to make a decision whether or not your partner will cheat on you. Okay, so that's just what I think. Yes, I admit it triggers me when I hear these kind of comments because it's just absolutely unfair. The pressure is too much. Can women breathe? Let the women breathe. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this story. The next story says, I'm dating a short guy. He doesn't like it when I wear heels around him. My height affects his ego. Hello, Joro. Good morning. Please keep me anonymous. I am very much taller than him. I noticed he doesn't like me wearing heels. Whenever I wear heels, he'll be giving me attitude and one-word answers. He told me last week that he wants me to stop wearing heels when I'm going out with him. But I love heels. I really love heels. I don't know what to do. Should I stop wearing heels or what? When we take pictures, I must sit down and he will stand up just so that he's taller. What should I do? You know, I really understand. As a tall girl, I understand. I'm not even going to lie. I do. Oh my goodness, I understand. It's not easy. Okay, you know, this thing about height difference can be difficult for both genders. From the perspective of the woman, you can feel like you're with your you can almost feel like you're with, you know, like, I don't know how to put it. You can feel like you're with some kind of subordinate. Sorry, guys. Please don't take me too seriously. Please. At this point, I'm kind of thinking out loud, right? You can almost feel like you're with some kind of... The only word that comes to my mind right now is subordinate. But that's not really the word. The word doesn't really capture what I'm trying to say. But you almost feel like you're not with a man. Just because of the height difference, you feel like if there's danger, you're not protected. Yes, I think that's the word I'm looking for. So when you're with a shorter man, you can feel like that. You might feel like it's kind of weird because according to societal standards, your man should be taller than you. Then from the perspective of the man might feel like you look too overwhelming, you look a bit too masculine for him. So it's hard on both sides. And in this particular situation, the girl is not complaining, but clearly it's this man that has a problem. But there's one thing I would like to say. Height should not be a determining factor for whether or not you're going to be with somebody, because I don't think anybody's marriage ever worked for a long period of time because of the height of their spouse. I don't think if you go and get an old couple out there and ask them why exactly their marriage has lasted for 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, they're going to tell you, oh, my marriage lasted this long. You know why? Let me just give you one gem. My husband's height. No, nobody's going to tell you that. So I don't think it should be a determining factor. But at the same time, we're not going to deny that fact that it could be awkward. The character. There are some men that are short, but they are men. You know, they are masculine. They know how to take the lead. They know how to provide. They know how to provide security. They know how to protect. They are masculine. They give out this masculine aura. I think that a short man that has that kind of energy will compensate for the awkwardness, quote unquote, of the height difference, in my opinion. I met someone once who was short, but he had that aura. I don't know how to explain it. If you guys can help me explain in the comment section. Do you know that aura I'm talking about? Like, not an aggressive aura, but a commanding aura. He had that. He was very intelligent. He was very smart. He knew a lot of things about different things. So his brain was working. He knew how to take the lead. He would pull the chair. He would open the door. He would, I don't know how to say it, like, you know, he had the masculine factor about him. So that really compensated. It's not someone I was trying to date, but I'm just saying that kind of personality, when you have that kind of personality, it can really compensate for that difference in height. That's my opinion. I obviously cannot speak for men because I will not really understand what is going on in their heads with women that are taller than them, but I can only speculate. I think that you should not be intimidated by your girlfriend's height. If she wants to wear heels, let her wear heels. I don't see why she cannot wear. So it doesn't mean she'll never wear heels ever when she's with you. Come on. Come on. But at the same time, I'll also say that the girl can compromise. From time to time, you cannot wear heels just to please him, right? There's nothing wrong in doing things from time to time to please your partner. But then again, I think that if he thinks that she is worth it, then by all means, they should go on with the relationship. Maybe they just give it a few more years. They're going to get used to the height difference and it's no longer going to be awkward. Yeah, but I know that most women will much rather date a man who is their height or taller. I know that. If you're a woman who disagrees with this, let me know in the comment section and let me know why. Let's go to the comments and see what other people are saying. Exactly, the comment section. Oh my gosh. The first comment says, I wonder why he asked a tall girl out in the first place if he's this insecure. Maybe he's trying to have tall kids. So his kids don't end up like him. The next one says, buy him heels too. Oh my god. The next one says, short men and pride. Their ego is easily bruised, especially my short Igbo brothers. Oh god. Please be wearing flats, I beg. Love over steez. Sorry. Love over steez. And there's one thing, yeah. There's one thing that someone once told me, because she was talking about how, oh, I can never date a short man and so on and so forth. So I asked her, but why? Why exactly do you say you can never date a short man? And she spoke about this thing of their ego. So she explained to me that short men just generally feel emasculated among their peers and among other women. Consequently, they try to overcompensate for their height difference with the entire world by being overly aggressive. So their egos will easily be bruised, they'll easily be offended by things that other people will not necessarily find offensive. Do you think that short men have a problem, or was that person wrong? Let me know in the comment section. The next comment says, you should try to protect his ego. If he loses his ego, you won't like the fallback. Relationships are about making compromises. Wear your heels when you're doing solo outings and wear flats when you're with your man. I'll be surprised if you chose heels over your man. That's the thing too. I mean, if you really feel so strongly about it and she thinks the relationship is worth it, she can compromise. I mean, it's not that deep. If the guy is a really good guy, she feels like this thing can go to marriage and we can have a beautiful family together, why not? You can do one or two things to please him, can't you? The next one says, in marriage, there are some things that you will shift from. He didn't say you should not wear heels at all. He says you shouldn't wear them when you are together. Why can't you give him that honor and wear it when you go out alone? You know the gap is too much. If you love him, you can just adjust if you can't find a tall person. But the character is more important than the height. Exactly. If height was a requirement for a good marriage, tall people will not be getting divorced left, right, and center, would they? The next one said, the attitude to manifest in different areas. After you stop to wear the heels, he will continue to stop things until you won't be able to recognize yourself anymore. Joe, why do I agree with this? Guys, what do you think? Do you think this is a slippery slope? I don't know. But should height be such a big deal? Why is the height difference hurting his ego so much? Is this normal? This comment is getting me thinking. This one says, and it is my husband that will force me into wearing heels while we were dating because of his height. He will fall in love with even an ant as far as it is tall. Babe, get ready for more restrictions down the line. I have already said much. Wow. I think this is another way of looking at it, right? This one said, dear poster, date your height and allow him to date his height. Why do people always create problems for themselves? What do you guys think? Now I'm kind of confused. Should she compromise or not? The next one says, then you shouldn't be together since his ego will be affected. Date tall guys and wear your heels comfortably. Let him date short girls and make them wear sneakers together. This one said, then date a tall guy and he should date a short girl. Why do you people always make problems out of nothing? Life is full of problems already. But what is it about the height? I don't think the height should be such a big deal. But then again, if height is such a big deal for him to the point where he's telling her not to wear heels when they're together, shouldn't he just be with a short girl? Because height is not exactly something that you can change in the twinkle of an eye, is it? This one says you should stop wearing heels around him if you want the relationship to continue. Personally, I feel he's very insecure, and this seems like a red flag to me. Well, good luck. Wow. If you're a short guy, what goes through your mind? Do you think that this guy is going to keep going with other restrictions? Or if you're a woman that has been with a short guy, when he asks you to stop wearing heels, did he ask you for other things because of his ego? Wow. Since I read that comment, I've been thinking. This one said, short guys should date within their height bracket. What's all this nonsense? In fact, anyone less than 6 foot shouldn't have a girlfriend. Go straight and marry your fellow short person without dating. Yo, guys. People that cry in this comment section. This one says, stop dating him because that guy will not allow you to drink water and drop couple. Why is a pepper body for you? Now you create him. This one said, be understanding, my dear. I literally wore flats for my wedding because of my husband's height. Try and be considerate. Wear your heels when you are not going out with him. Short guys have insecurities already. Don't worsen it. One question I have is, will this guy also be willing to wear some heels? I'm just wondering. So this finally brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to send us your stories, go to the description box, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you're going to see our email and the instructions to guide you on the format of the email as well. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Give the video a big thumbs up before you leave. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.